Hello, and welcome to another episode of Words for Life. We are going to start working on more video episodes going forward, but I wanted to make sure that I got the whole setup right so that way you guys get the best experience you can out of these podcasts going forward. As you can see, I got to do mic, and also I have a new camera so that way it doesn't look like I'm looking down at people. So, thank you for joining me on this episode of Words for Life. We are going to look at a quote I found that was quite intriguing and got me thinking quite a bit about time. The quote goes, "There are 86,400 seconds in the day. If those were dollars that you would lose at the end of the day, would you spend them all?" Usually, we don't think of time in a monetary sense. Some of us do, and probably many of us who do think of those seconds, minutes, hours, so on and so forth, as a monetary value, we might cherish them and value them a little bit higher, but many people don't. And that's probably to our own detriment. This quote got me thinking more about how valuable and really priceless our time is. We can't really get more seconds or minutes or hours back in a day. True, we can extend our longevity over time by being healthier, eating better, exercising, lowering stress, and so on and so forth. But ultimately, we all have the same 24 hours, 86,400 seconds in a day. And it's important to really understand, what do you do with those seconds? Do you spend those seconds improving yourself? Do you work on trying to benefit others with your time, volunteering, or helping your children learn in school or grow in some sort of sporting activity? Are you out there helping the environment, maybe picking up trash or going and creating trails for people to go and enjoy? The point is that we can only really give away our time. It can't really be taken from us. There are extenuating circumstances that our time can be taken away from us if you think about imprisonment and those types of activities. And that's unfortunate, and it does occur, but in general, our time is something that we give to something or someone. So what do you spend your 86,400 seconds on? I have an ask of you out of this episode, if you don't mind. Take your journal or note or whatever you kind of track your life in. I hope you do have a journal. That's a good way to really understand and reflect on the things that have happened in your life. But just to begin with, if you don't, take a small note, piece of paper, whatever you have, and start tracking the activities or the actions you do within a day. This could include, eating, sleeping, Instagram, Facebook, watching TV, going to work, whatever is the case. Just take 1 week, probably you're going to need 7 pieces of paper, and go through and track how much time and what is the activity that you are spending on each of these actions or behaviors. Go through that and create those, probably in a format that you can go and right next to, so don't try and take up the entire space. But go through and write those out. Then to the right of those, create 2 columns. One column is going to be the column that says, okay, what is the benefit of this? So you're going to have benefit from 1 to 5. 1 being, or 1 to 5, let's go this way. 1 being that it is very low to no benefit. You're not getting anything out of it, or those you care about aren't getting any benefit from that action or behavior. 5 being extreme benefit. This is, the top line, can't get any better. This is huge. So many people might not have a 5. It's kind of up to you. Again, it's your own scale, but use that 1 to 5. Then in the next column is your stress or damage column, so to speak, and do a similar one, 1 to 5. So 1 being low damage, low stress, so low emotional or physical or stress damage. 5 being extreme, painful, stressful, drains you of energy, hate to do it but have to do it sort of thing, and can't get away from it. Mark those. So as you go through and review your list, start putting them into buckets and figuring out what are the low benefit, high stress items or actions that you are taking in your day. Look at those and really determine if you can stop them. There's going to be some things that maybe, unfortunately, you can't stop that are high stress or low benefit. Maybe there's a better opportunity to review how you can change that. Is there something you can do differently? Something that you could change in your environment, in yourself, or seeking help to make a certain change. But go through for the things that you can stop doing that are of low benefit and high stress, or somewhere in the middle. Obviously, low benefit, medium stress, that's probably as well. And start removing those things from your day. Stop doing those and find more high benefit and possibly high stress, depending, items that you can go put more time into. This could be that you want the benefit of reading because you're going to educate yourself to improve your career or improve your communication with your family or your coworkers or something along those lines. You can go and do those types of reviews and determines, okay, now I've got this chunk of time that I used to spend on this low benefit, high stress item. What am I going to go do with it? And you can even pick from your list of things you already have and say, I'm going to do more of that 5-1. So 5 benefit and 1 stress, because that's going to help me live a better life. So do that activity and really start picking apart and doing things that are going to help you more and that are going to benefit you. Really, the point of the exercise is to have more of the high benefit and low stress items and have less of the low benefit and high stress items. There will obviously be a mixture of those two over time, but by going and doing this evaluation, it gets you thinking about the importance of your time and the importance of what you are spending your time on. And is it really worth it, given how priceless time is? Now, you might have a job that is extremely stressful, but it's got high benefit because it's the survivability of your family and the livability of your family. You might have to continue that, or maybe you start looking at ways to decrease your stress in other areas, thinking stress is like a bucket, and that if you only fill your bucket up so much, your stress for the day is not as bad. So you can think of it that way. Obviously, I'm not saying go and quit your job or quit something that's sustaining you and your family, but it might be an opportunity to go and evaluate what those are. How can I change the situation, my environment, or my actions to lower the amount of stress for this high benefit item? Maybe it's a way of changing your mindset about how you're interacting with coworkers or how you're interacting with the environment. It could be many things, but it's up to you to make that choice about how you do it. Mindset also can be a big part of that, because if you change your mind, you can change your life, as many people say. But the idea being that you might be causing your own amount of stress. So that's a good evaluation to do as well. In the end, we really all only have 86,400 seconds in a day. So what do you spend your seconds on? Do they help or do they harm you? How will you change your mind and your patterns to get more benefit out of your seconds? If you have an idea about how you are going to change your mind and your benefits to serve you better in your seconds, to make it more complete, make your day really more worth living and going into, let me know. I'm really interested. I'd love to hear your stories and your decisions that you've made to better your own life. If you already have some great suggestions and this is kind of like, yeah, I've heard this before and I made a lot of changes in my life and I want to share those, please let me know. I'm also very interested to share those as well. If you'll share them with me, I'd like to go and put those out there. If you are interested in doing that, you can reach out to me at attitudealtitudeacceptance@gmail.com. I am pretty responsive for those, so if you have something you want to share with me, or if you have an idea for a podcast in the future that you'd like to hear about, let me know those as well. I like that idea too. Also, I want to make an announcement. I am offering life coaching services. I have a website set up where you can go and review the types of services I'm offering, as well as reach out to me with any questions. There's a form you can fill out with your name and email and some notes of what you'd like to know or know more about or have a better understanding of. My podcast is also listed out there, so you can go and catch your episodes on that as well. And I'm very excited for this announcement. I'm very excited to go out and help people and make their lives better, either in balance or in personal development. So I want to thank you for joining me on this episode of Words for Life. I hope you'll join me on the next one. Thank you and have a great day.